New YouTube video. I got lots of time this weekend, so I thought I would respond to a comment and go over how to go from $1,000 to scale up to $10,000 a month day trading. So, firstly, how new are you to day trading? Are you a few months in? Are you a year in, looking to get your first payout? Where are you at in your journey? If this is the first funded account you're buying, what I'd recommend is going with My Funded Futures. My Funded Futures is the easiest prop firm to get your first payout with. So if you're buying your first funded account, go to Google, myfundedfutures.com, starter account, 50K size. It's $97 with no activation fee. So you're not putting a ton of risk on the table, and My Funded Futures is the easiest firm to get your first payout with. So you obviously have demo traded, you've been trading, you're just looking to get your first payout, right? So you bought your first My Funded Futures 50K account, and the rules with that eval is you need to make $3,000 profit and cannot go below $2,500 in drawdown. So what do? This is what I did wrong. I was so eager to get my first payout and wanting to rush my journey so bad that I literally just full ported. I full ported every single funded account. I was max leveraging and trying to pass these accounts in one day. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. You will lose a lot of money. So, you just bought your first 50K with My Funded Futures. Awesome. Literally, just lower your trade frequency. Take it with one or two minis on the NASDAQ. And just lower your trade frequency and take 2 to 3 trades a week. And only take high quality setups. This is the best way to pass it. I promise you, there's less of a chance, and the daily drawdown limit is 1.2K. So if you're full porting, there's always a higher chance you hit 1.2K daily drawdown limit than 3K to pass. So don't full port. Take like 2 minis on a high quality setup, like 2 times or 3 times a week, and hopefully that account will be passed. So you passed your first eval with My Funded Futures 50K. You're now funded. W's. So what do you do now? This is the hard part, right? So with My Funded Futures, with the 50K, there's a 40% consistency rule, and the max payout you can have is 1.2K. So the maximum payout is 1.2K, and the minimum payout is like a couple $100. But are you really here to make a couple $100? No. So, your first payout. So, 40% of 1.2K is $480 a day. So, you cannot make more than $480 in a day. And I would also say, do not lose more than $400 in a day, or you will put yourself in a hole because you can't make more than $400, or else you go over the consistency, right? So, if you lose $800 in one day, you're putting yourself in a big hole where you have to win multiple trades in a row to get back, right? So what I would say, risk 400 to make 400, and then once you get your account balance up, you can just end like a winning day is $100, and you need 5 winning days for a payout. So get those $400 winning days, and then just get your 5 winning days, get your first payout. So you bought your first account, you passed it, you get your first payout. Awesome. So that's 1.2K. You just got your first 1.2K payout. Now, you can either, this is just depending on your capital, right? You could have a lot of money because you've been working your job, or you have little capital at all. So I would say if you have little capital and you need more to scale up, I would say buy 3 My Funded Futures 50Ks and copy trade them. You can copy trade them through Tradeovate and just put them in the trade copier, and it takes the same trade for every single account at once. So now, rinse and repeat, same exact process. You use this 1.2K payout to buy 3 50Ks with My Funded Futures. So now that will cost $300, and you're looking to make $3,600 because 1.2K payout per account. So if you have little capital, obviously get your first payout first with the singular 50K, and if you still need more capital, buy 3 with My Funded Futures. Don't trade your trading style. Do the same exact thing. Get the 1.2K per account with the 3 My Funded Futures. So now you have a couple $1,000 to your name, right? if you're starting from zero, you have like 4K, 3K to work with. Sorry, I'm in college. People are crazy in the hallway. But so now you got your first payout, and you got your next few payouts, and now you have a couple $1,000s to your name. So this is what the comment is probably going for, right? How to scale up from $1,000 or a couple $1,000s to that 10K a month. And personally, I haven't done that yet. So I can't really speak on this because I haven't had my first 10K a month, but this is exactly how I'm getting to my first 10K a month and how I'm approaching it and how you can approach it as well. So me personally, I have gotten my first few payouts with my Fund of the Futures 50K. And what that really does for you is just like confirms and gives you that confidence that you have what it takes to scale up and make more, right? Because the only difference between you making that 1.2K, that 3.6K compared to 10K is allocation, right? Like you're winning trades, you're trading profitably, but the only reason you're not making 10K is because you don't have that allocation and enough funding to make the 10K, right? So what that first few payouts does is really just give you the confidence and tells yourself mentally that you have what it takes, you have the psychology, you know what a good trade looks like. Now, only thing stopping you is to get more allocation. So me, I got my first few payouts. I proved to myself that I know I'm disciplined enough, I know I have what it takes, and I know how to execute on a good setup. So now I'm scaling up, and I do have capital. So scaling up is not a problem. I can spend a good amount of money on accounts because I power washed last summer and made a good amount of money. So I have capital. If you don't have capital, like I said, get a few payouts, get a couple $1,000s from my Fund of Futures first, and then this is what I'm doing. So I got my first few payouts. I have capital. So make sure you have those things. Prove to yourself you have what it takes. You're a profitable trader. Then you need capital. Once you have those two, this is what I'm doing and what you can do too. Scale into Top Step. In my opinion, I'm going with Top Step. I think it's one of the best firms out there, and I'm going with Top Step, and I think it's pretty easy to scale with them. So, right, depending on your capital, you can either go for max allocation, which is 5 accounts of $150,000 per account. So I need to be copy trading them. And this is what I'm doing personally, because once these are passed, a 10K a month is not much. So, right, depending on your capital, you can either not go max allocation. You can buy like 3 100K accounts. You can buy 3 150K accounts. But you know in your head that you have what it takes. You prove to yourself that the only thing stopping you from making all this money is allocation. So really nothing should change, right? Nothing should change. You're winning trades. All you need to do is do the same exact thing, right? So I got my first few payouts. I have the capital. Now I am currently in the stage of the 5 150K evals with Top Step, and I'm copy trading them on on Top Step X. So all 5 accounts copy traded at one time. So let's say I make 1K in a day. It copy trades for all the accounts. It's now 5K a day. So now I'm just trying to, and you bought these evals. Now you need to get them passed. And what the profit target is for at least the 150K accounts is you need to make $9,000 profit, and it could not go below $4,500 in drawdown. So it's obviously pretty hard, right? Like 9K per account is a lot of money, but you just size heavier, and you simply just have to win. You need to win trades, but you just proved yourself that you can do that by getting the multiple payouts with my Fund of the Future. So if you have that confidence going into these evals, that you know what a good setup looks like, you know how to execute on it, you know you don't overtrade because you have good psychology and you're disciplined. So going into these evals, nothing changes. You're trading the exact same way. So you pass these evals. Personally, I'm trying to pass these evals too. I'm in the middle of, like I just said, trying to get all 5 of these 150K accounts passed. So now, you've done all these steps, right? You've learned to trade. You have gotten your first payout. You have earned capital. Now, you just passed the Top Step accounts. So you now have more allocation, which gives you the opportunity to make these big payouts. And like I said, the only thing stopping you beforehand was not having the allocation. So now you have the allocation. What do? Freaking nothing changes. You do this exact same thing. So what I'm going to do, once I pass these evals, for a 10K payout with Top Step X, with max allocation, and with Top Step, it is $4,000 per account. You need to get your balance to, because you can withdraw 50% of profits at one time. So if you get your account balance up to 4K, withdraw 2K, $2,000 times 5 is a 10K payout. Bang! You just scaled up from $0 to $1,000 to a couple grand. You scaled into these Top Step accounts, and you just got your first 10K payout. That's what I'm going about it. That's what I'm going to do to get my first 10K payout, and the exact path I'm doing. So obviously it all depends on how you trade, what firm you want to go with. But personally, in my opinion, it's My Funded Futures, easiest firm to get your first payout. Then scale into Top Step to get your bigger size payouts, and then from there you rinse and repeat. So what I'm doing, I got capital, I got my first few payouts. I am in the stage of getting these evals passed, and then the 10K payout. So that's the way you can go about it as well, and I think that's a really good way to go about it. But yeah, so, and then, I mean, that's really what I wanted to go over, just how to scale from 1K to a couple grand to get to that 10K a month threshold. So that's what I'm doing. That's what you can do as well. And you just have to know that, like, once you pass these, like, once you get these first few payouts, it's like all that. It's obviously not life-changing money, right? Like 2K, 1K is not going to be like, oh my gosh, my life has changed. But like you've probably seen on TikTok, like you can never go back to your normal life after that first payout. In a sense, I guess so, right? Because you're just proving to yourself that you have what it takes. And if you copy that exact same way you're trading over to allocation, you can make 10, 20K a month. So it's really simple as that. After that 1K in payouts, few K payouts, scale into Top Step, 150Ks, copy trade them, and then get that payout. And you're sitting at 5 figures a month. So that's how I'm approaching it. And hopefully I'm not putting a time limit on anything, because I'm not rushing anything, right? That's the worst thing you can do, is try to rush your process. So whenever it happens, it happens. Just taking it week by week, and when I get there, I get there. But that's why I'm scaling from 1K to 10K. That's how you can scale to 1K to 10K. And that is a YouTube video. Bang. All right. See ya.